Are prop firms a scam? So I've been hearing a lot of chatter recently about whether prop firms are a scam or not. I know when I first got into trading, it was all about how can I make the most amount of money with the least amount of capital possible. Now getting into Forex and looking at CFDs, it became very clear to me, at least at first, that there was the potential to make a substantial amount of money, $50,000, with a very little amount of money, which obviously was the dream. Now the reality for me quickly settled in as I was trying to perform all these account flips, that unless you owned a broker and you're able to manipulate your account, really nobody was doing account flips. Nobody was making this happen, which took a long time for me to accept that reality. As I continued to study ways to actually make money in the markets, I came across this book called The Market Wizards. Most of you have probably read it. In that book, it details how people are making substantial amounts of money, but they're trading with very small percentages of their account. So they have substantial amounts of capital that they're trading with. And that's when it clicked for me that in order for me to absolve all of this tension that I had when I was in trades, I had to take a lot less risk. And this was an amazing moment for me once I realized this. Once I realized to take 1% per trade, it absolved all of these problems that I was having when it came to maintaining my orders and having that anxiety in trades. But then it dawned on me shortly after that unless I had a substantial amount of capital, I wouldn't be able to make any money. With $1,000, if I make 1%, that's not going to help me cover my bills. That's not going to help me pay off my debt. So once that happened, definitely made me a little sad, but it continued to have me search and try to find ways on how I can potentially get this large amount of capital. Then I discovered a prop firm. Now the whole entire allure of this was that if you put up a little amount of money for their challenge, and if you showcase your skills, if you're able to trade successfully, you would then gain access to their capital. You'd be able to trade their capital and get a profit split. This was exactly what I was looking for. Instead of trading $500, I'd be able to get access to $100,000, which was crazy to me. And I'd be able to implement the risk strategy that I had put together. This allowed me to now not listen to these Forex gurus that were on Instagram talking about account flips. And it positioned me, it had a paradigm shift in the way that I thought that I could actually start to maneuver much like the people in the book, The Market Wizards. All right, so this is where I now want to pause. Why would anyone object? You might be thinking, why would anyone object to the opportunity of trading with prop firms, knowing that if you put up a little amount of money and have the skills, you can gain access to a large amount of capital? So let's get into why people are objecting this. Well, lo and behold, the same people that are preaching account flips, who are probably losing money now to people that are just purchasing prop firms, they have many points that they're making about why trading with a prop firm is quote unquote a scam. Now, I won't lie, they have some decent points, and I want to name a few of them. One of them is that you only get access to 10% of the account that you actually earn. Another one is that you get less leverage than you would otherwise with a normal account. And the last one is that you're trading a demo account. So the funded account that you get is actually a demo account. Again, all of these are very, very valid points. Now, as someone who has traded prop firm accounts and now owns a prop firm, I want to happily debunk all of these arguments that I'm seeing being made by these traders. Number one, let's start off with the argument that you only get 10% of the actual funded account balance. So if you sign up for $500 and you end up passing and you get a $100,000 account, you will then get access to $10,000 if you say you only get access to 10% of the account. So you're basically paying $500 to then get access to $10,000. We're not going to get into details quite yet. That's coming next. But on paper, $500 to $10,000, that right there seems like a really good deal. Now let's get into some more details here. When it comes to leverage, a lot of people talk about how if you have a funded account with 100 to 1 leverage, you're getting considerably less leverage than you would if you just deposited your money into a brokerage account. From my own personal estimation, with a $100,000 account, you would need anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 in your own capital to put up in one of these unregulated brokers at max leverage in order to quote unquote mimic the buying power that funded prop firms are giving with their funded accounts. This means that you would personally have to put up $20,000 to $30,000. You'd have to deposit it into an unregulated broker, which you have no idea what they're doing with your money. They make you mostly deposit in crypto. So if you have a bad customer experience, there is zero chance that you can dispute anything that's going on with your money, and they can pretty much do whatever they want with your deposit. So basically your alternative is to either pay $500 to put up for the $100,000 account, or take $20,000 to $30,000, deposit that into the unregulated broker. Which one would you rather do? Now, this is also saying that with that $20,000 to $30,000 account with max leverage, you are risking 10% per trade. So you're risking a large amount per trade in order to mimic the same results that you'd be getting on a $100,000 account. From a psychological perspective, as someone who is a trader and everyone out there can think and maybe agree with this, if you're risking 10% per trade for your account, psychologically that weighs a lot more heavily than risking maybe 1 or 2% per your account. Now, if you're in a situation where you hit the max drawdown, quote unquote, on a funded account, we're covering all of the losses. So psychologically, you're not feeling that burden. And when you hit the max drawdown, you simply fill the account. On your personal account, if you hit the max drawdown, mimicking the same exact buying power as you would with the funded account, you would blow your account. And we all know how it feels to blow an account. It is not the best feeling in the world. It actually can paralyze you from continuing in your journey with trading. And that is one of the most beneficial parts of a prop firm, of trading with a prop firm, is it allows you this environment to think more professionally and to psychologically be on a level where you can continue to take challenges, continue to take advantage of these opportunities for a very, very small entry fee compared to if you were to be trading with your own capital. Now, you might be saying, why am I giving you all of these details? Why am I trying to debunk these people and giving out this information? And it's because I genuinely care about the way that this industry is shaping. I genuinely care about the opportunities that we are giving to our traders. And I want people to know that this opportunity that is being given not only by our entity, by ourselves, but by other prop firms, this is something that is completely changing the game. This is leveling the playing field for everyone. This is making people think more professionally and get access to money that they would otherwise never have the ability to get access to. And this is getting away from the old Forex dogma that you need to flip accounts in order to make it. And that's what condones being a professional in this industry, because that is so far from the truth. Not to mention that with a prop firm, if you perform well in your account, we will actually scale up the account by 25%. Now, I know if you're trading your own funds, how are you going to scale up your account by 25% if you're performing well over a few months? Quite the opposite is going to happen. You're going to be making withdrawals from that account in order to reward yourself, which isn't bad, but you will never get the same effect. You will never mimic the effect of a scaling plan, which is available with a prop firm. In all, I strongly believe that trading with a prop firm is the most professional way to go about getting into this industry and taking advantage of the opportunity that truly does present itself by trading CFDs. You can trade with an entity that will third-party verify your results. So we can all get away from this fake marketing that's going on all over the internet, that people are flipping accounts and making all this money without it being verified by anything, by them manipulating FX books, manipulating all these other sites to show their results. If you get paid out by a prop firm, that is a third party which is verifying that you are professional in your industry, that you are someone who has gotten paid and it's not something that you made up. This is a legitimate thing that you had done. And to me, that is one of the most important things. It's creating the leaders in our industry that we need, not the people that are flipping accounts on Instagram and have no legitimacy to their name. In all, trading with prop firms is making traders more like the people in the book, The Market Wizards, and less like these people on Instagram, these gurus that are out here dropping these videos. You decide who you want to be.